Good morning, lovely friends. How are you all today? I hope you're well. Yay! So this is a continuation of the last video from my amazing, gorgeous, magical, wonderful day out to Kew. So in this video, I've kind of clumped together a lot of the sort of the structures and the buildings. Many of them are so iconic. Wow, it was so lovely to see these places again after years and years and years of not having been there. And actually, I felt like I'd never been there at all. Everything felt so new and wonderful and marvellous to me. Like I was saying at the end of the last video, I definitely ran out of superlatives. I just was in awe of everything I was seeing. So, you know, in some ways, I was going to say you have to excuse me. Literally, I'm pointing the camera and going, oh, look, it's gorgeous. Oh, look, it's gorgeous. But I hope you get a sense from that of my immediate experience of that day, of just how wonderful it all was. So I'm going to start you off. I'm going to start you off with a visit to the Beehive. So I'm just going to quickly explain now, because I don't think I explained it very well on film because I was too excited. It's a massive structure, a sort of an art installation, and the whole structure is meant to represent a beehive. Great, but it doesn't stop there. You can actually go inside, and within it there are small lights dotted all around the inside of this beehive, and there are speakers. So this installation is actually connected to a real live beehive, and all of the bees' activity and their sounds, that's all being picked up electronically and sent to the installation beehive, and it's being shown or interpreted by way of these lights coming on, and there's a sort of a continuous hum in the background. That's that hum in the hive, the real hive of the bees working, and occasionally little pops of a chime or a little tiny moment of music. It's an interpretation of the activity in the real life beehive. Anyway, without me trying to explain it anymore, let me show you. This is amazing. So it's a representation of a hive, as it's explained just here. Welcome to the hive, this beautiful installation. It's got 1,000 LED lights attached to it, but here's the thing, it's connected to an actual live beehive. So the lights flicker with the sort of the vibrations that are made in the actual real hive, and also can you hear the hum? You hear the slight hum? That hum is a sound representation of the activity in the real life hive it's connected to. It's massive. Just as an idea of scale, there's a gentleman walking down there, you can go right under it, and we can go right inside it. So, oh, amazing. What a thing of beauty. Is that hum picking up? Can you hear it? Oh my goodness. Let's go and have a look inside. So I'm now standing inside the hive. This is amazing. Oh, look at that down through there. But this, it is astonishing being in here. And now you can really hear the hum, can't you? Look, the hive goes up and up and up. Oh, right. Isn't that astonishing? And just as I'm standing here, it's not going to pick up because it's so bright for you guys, but there's there's just all these little lights attached, and when there's activity in the real life hive, the lights are just going toot, 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 toot. Oh my goodness me. Oh, staggeringly beautiful. I'm in a beehive. Oh. I wish you could see the lights. The lights are going crazy. The bees are busy, busy, busy. Ooh. See from that footage how, oh my goodness, how in awe I was. It was just really hard to explain and articulate what the feeling it gave me being in there. And after I'd finished that bit of filming, most of the other people had gone, and I think it was just Richard, Paul and myself left in there, just standing, just being, just experiencing. And again, I can't quite articulate why, but I found it incredibly powerful and moving. And at one point, I actually felt close to tears. Really odd, hard to explain, impossible to explain. You simply have to experience it. So yes, get yourselves along to Kew and experience it. So after we'd been to the Beehive, we carried on our walk, and the next structure we came to is a really charming little greenhouse that houses their bonsai collection. Look at this beauty. So this is the little bonsai house. Gosh, it is bright today. Aren't these magnificent? I've never ever had any luck keeping a bonsai alive. I kind of grow bonsai for 6 months and then it becomes firewood. Beautiful. I love how simple this arrangement is. So elegant. Oh, this one's gorgeous. What variety are you? Look at that. It's just... This is a Japanese white pine and it's a perfect miniature. Stunning. This is beautiful, this arbour walk. There's a whole lot of new roses have been planted. I suppose once upon a time they did have some older roses on here, but they're newly planted, coming along. But don't you just love that, with a vista that's just slightly disappearing in the distance, and it's just begging to be explored. I think we need to go exploring. So of course we had to follow that lovely rose pergola walk, and just a little beyond there's a stand of trees, and you come around the stand of trees and then boom, there it is, this site, one of the most iconic sites of the gardens surely. It was one of the palm houses. Oh, just, well, you'll see. I think it's staggeringly beautiful. And then just right next door to it is one of the Lilly houses. What a treat. What an iconic site. It's the palm house at Kew. Oh, isn't that magnificent? Oh, it's been a few years since I've clapped eyes on that. How wonderful. And what's the name of the artist? Chihuly. Gosh, yes, I'm shooting right into the sun. I know, against the law as a camera person, but there's all these beautiful glass sculptures. I can see another one just through there. Time to go and explore. Oh, sigh. Beautiful. This is definitely not my taste in planting, but I just have to show you, I mean, it's audacious. Look at, I mean, the colour is, the grass could not be more green. These reds and purples. And then if you look right over here, that's another of the Chihuly sculptures. That is some crazy colouring. And I've just got to show you. Oh, look at those edges. This is more grass porn. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just come into the Lilly house. It's a bit noisy obviously because we're indoors. You can see obviously I'm in a glass house, that's all the reflections. But look, here's more of the Chihuly sculptures. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness, this is achingly magical. This feels like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a fairy tale. Let me show you the structure that we're in. Beautiful. Are they wrought iron girders? I can't quite make out, but gorgeous. Look at this, dripping down from the ceiling. Oh, these gourds, what are they? Are they loofah? So this, oh goodness, this is what they're supposed to look like. Oh. I feel so inadequate. Oh my goodness, aren't they? Are amazing. But of course, I don't know what the temperature is in here, but it's really, really warm. And it's terribly, terribly humid. God, these vines just hanging and dangling and finding their way. These sculptures, it's beautiful. And the way the light is catching on them. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. I was just saying to the chaps, I'm running out of superlatives. I ran out of superlatives 2-3 hours ago. But these sweet wee flowers. Oh, this is Nymphoides izanoi. Teeny tiny little lily pads. Oh my goodness. Utterly, utterly beautiful. Look at this one. Oh, come past this vine. With the light shining through it. Oh my goodness. Yes. I really am in a fairy tale today. Well, we've just stopped for a quick bite to eat. Very lovely. Oh, and we had some of Paul's gorgeous apple cake. Or is it flapjack? Or flap cake or... Anyway, it was really lovely. So we're carrying on with our walk and we've just come to... Wait for it. This is bonkers crazy. I love this kind of bonkers crazy nonsense. It is... Let me see if I can get it in the light. It's the Chinese pagoda. Look at these amazing dragons glinting in the sun. So here we are at ground floor level, but it goes up and up and up and up. Surreal, isn't it? All 9 stories of it. And you see on all the edges, on all the corners, are these amazing dragon sculptures. Oh, look at that! I'm just going to come this side so you can see it shining in the sunshine. Isn't that fantastic? For no reason other than, you know, just a bit of fun in the garden. Oh, that's a long way up. You can actually go inside and climb all the way up, but having just had a bite to eat, I don't fancy having a cardiac event getting all the way up there. But once I'm a bit further away, I'll give you another shot of it so you can see it in all its glory. Oh, these dragons though. Amazing. Amazing. Everything today, everything here is amazing. They're just coming back a little bit further. I'd have to walk back a lot further to get it all in one shot. But here it is, utterly splendid against this beautiful sky today. I'm topped off with guilt, bonkers, and utterly, utterly marvellous. That Chinese pagoda is bonkers. It's totally bonkers. Why is it there? Anyway, great. I mean, it's just another of the real iconic sites of Kew Gardens. And I don't think in previous years when I've been to Kew, I don't think I've ever made it that far. I've always been too busy in the other side of the gardens. We were able to see it because we didn't actually go in any of the palm houses. There's the palm house and the temperate house and the Princess Diana Conservatory, which we didn't go in. But anyway, yeah, so the rest of the afternoon, it was lovely. We took on a much slower pace. Just enjoyed walking through the trees. Oh, so many magnificent, beautiful trees. We went to visit the lake. Heavenly. So it was from then on, it was just a much more chilled walk in nature, if you like. What's wonderful, there's pretty much every corner turn around, there's something else to wonder at. Just come this side of them because of the light. This beautiful little family of cygnets. Oh, aren't you all lovely? They're pretty big already. Oh, your parents. Oh, lovely. It sounds like someone's having a right good wash. He's having a little nibble. Let's see, who's nibbling? I can hear you. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Not a single ugly duckling here. They all look so well and healthy, don't they? This lovely bridge across the lake. It's this lovely shape sort of snaking across the water. Beautiful. The light's dipping now, late in the afternoon. It's just the most beautiful quality. And it's so quiet. Finding myself whispering all afternoon. Beautiful. Oh, it's so tranquil. Look at this light. Oh, this bridge is a bit wobbly. Oh, it's very wobbly. So there we have it. Oh my goodness, what an amazing, beautiful, magical day in wonderful company with the most gorgeous weather. I think it's a great time of year to visit the gardens. The kids have gone back to school. What's amazing is there were a lot of people around, but there's this sort of gentle hush through the whole gardens. I mean, the place is huge. When I say gardens, you've got to think massive parks. But yeah, so despite the number of people that were there was just this beautiful, serene quality to the day. Like I say, that gorgeous hush. And as the afternoon wore on, the light was getting softer and softer, and we felt more and more mellow. It was utterly, utterly wonderful. When I arrived in the morning, the lady at the gate, she gave me a little map, which is lovely because it's lovely to sort of look at where we went. So we came in the gate up at the top here, and this was where the palace kitchen is. So we went there, and then straight down here to where all the kitchen gardens, that's where they are, and then up to the Lilly house. But then for the rest of the day we sort of came around, where's the Chinese pagoda there, around and around all sorts of other little structures and gardens along the way, and also a lot of the Chihuly glass installations. I should have filmed more of them. Do you know, anyway, I'll come to that in a second, but then coming up here, cutting across the lake, back up to the river and along there. So there's great chunks of the gardens we didn't visit. We didn't go to, like I say, the Temperate House, the Palm House, the Princess Diana Conservatory, Queen Charlotte's Cottage. There's so much there. And that's why I think, you know, if you live anywhere near, it's well worth having a season ticket so you can just keep going backwards and forwards there, because like I say, I think it would be impossible to do the whole gardens justice in one day. If you tried to see everything, I think you'd just be rushing and you wouldn't really be seeing things. So, you know, plan a whole day there, but allow yourself the time to really soak up and be a part of whatever it is you're looking at and experiencing. And of course, as I was mentioning in the previous video with, say, the Laburnum walk, the gardens are going to change so much through the year. So it's the kind of place you'd probably want to visit once a month for specific different reasons. Oh, I can't wait to go back. I cannot wait to go back. I felt like I was on holiday. It was so relaxed, just so lovely. My legs are killing me today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was. Just on that note though, I did notice that they have wheelchairs for borrowing, for hire. They're at the main gates, so I don't know whether you can just turn up on the day and use a wheelchair or whether you'd have to arrange that in advance, but it's definitely worth looking into. If you're, you know, I mean, actually I managed okay, but if you've got considerably worse arthritis than me, you might want to think about borrowing a wheelchair so that you can really have a full day there without worrying about being in too much pain from your legs. And I have to say, the whole site is so wheelchair friendly. And I know that not because I was in a wheelchair, but because I really try to avoid steps these days, because using stairs just hurts so much. So yeah, the whole site is very flat. Obviously you can't get into the Chinese pagoda because that's narrow and it's all stairs up. But yeah, what an amazing experience. Oh, and this is the thing about a day like yesterday. I'm going to keep having little pops of remembering, oh, this, that, all these wonderful things. Like I say, in the afternoon, it became much more of an experience of just strolling through the trees, just being really slow and quiet and letting the whole place just envelop us. But I did get really excited because for the first time in my life, and it's been on my bucket list forever, some of you may think I'm a crazy lady for having this on my bucket list, but I finally seen in real life a giant redwood. There's something about the giant redwoods that have always fascinated me ever since I was a kid, and I had a picture book. Gosh, I must have been 4 or 5. I had a picture book and it had a drawing of one of the giant redwoods in California with the hole cut in it, with the road going through. As a kid, that upset me because I thought, don't cut the tree. But yeah, so I finally saw one, and it was quite a young one, so I was able to, yeah, I did give it a hug. And it was the perfect size, absolute perfect size for having a really good hug. So I was going to say that made my day, but there were so many things that made my day. It's kind of impossible to pick 1 or 2 or even 3 for my top 3. Wonderful. So, oh, this silly throat. I'm going to say cheerio now, I think. I'm going to enjoy editing all this footage and reliving a gorgeous day. And like I say, you know, this isn't a beautiful documentary with gorgeous shots. This is all about hopefully experiencing the excitement and the joy as I was experiencing it. Oh, get yourselves to Kew, everybody. Oh, and just to say, I should just finish by saying, which I didn't know, it is the largest and most diverse collection of living plants in the whole world. I knew Kew was important, and we did talk as we were wandering around, we did talk about their sort of laboratories and all that wonderful work they do behind the scenes, but I had no idea it was the biggest collection of living plants in the whole world. Isn't that amazing? And it's right here in London. I'm so going again soon. Yay! All right, my lovelies. I will see you all again really soon, I hope. Next time, it'll be back to my little patch of dirt. It's my own little Kew. I've got so many ideas from walking around. I need an acre. I need to move house, buy somewhere with an acre of land so I can put all my Kew ideas into it. I'm giddy. I have to go. See you all soon. Take care in the meantime. Dream big. Dream Kew for your gardens. Cheerio.